Get ready to put your happy faces on whilst you listening to The Grumble from musterxmedia, a place you can be happy whilst being a miserable bastard. If you're easily offended, this podcast is not for you, but if you're not, enjoy. Hypocrites. I really loathe a hypocrite. I can't do it. I can't even be a hypocrite myself because I hate hypocrites so goddamn much. You always find hypocrites who are the most self-righteous wankers out there. For example, an ex-smoker. Now listen, I'm an ex-smoker, but I cannot be a hypocrite because you always got the ex-smoking, anti-smoking Nazi bastards out there who'll get right on their high horse because you're having a fag near them. Oh, don't do that, it's really bad. Mate, you spent 20 years fucking smoking. Sit the fuck down. You know, it really does get irritating. It's like, for me being an ex-smoker, I can't be anti-smoking. I loved smoking too much, yeah? I had to quit because of a health condition. And I don't regret quitting, but I do miss smoking. I was smoking since I was 11. And I quit smoking when I was 36 because of what happened, which I'm not going to go into right now. And every time someone walks past with a fag, I don't get repulsed by it. I just get jealous. I get really fucking jealous. Like, I want a fucking cigarette now. Can't, bastards. But no, that's all that happens to me. Whereas the anti-smoking Nazis, the ex-smokers, they're the worst kind of anti-smoking Nazi because they're just fucking hypocrites. They can just turn around and say, okay, right, I don't smoke anymore. You're not smoking around me yet because I get jealous, rather than just getting right in your face and aggressive. Oh, you stink, blah, 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 blah. Fuck them. I could never be like that. Never in a million years. But the worst kind of hypocrite, there's actually someone that's worse than the anti-smoking Nazis. And that's climate alarmists, the biggest hypocrites out there. They will pose as eco-warriors and still drive their car. I used to have so many rows with one of these hypocrites. I don't speak to her now because she is too far left and she claims that I'm too far right, but no, I've stayed politically where I am. She just keeps moving further and further left, which means to her I'm far right, but I haven't moved. I digress. So she's always been a hippie, always. But this hippie used to drive around a VW camper van that just chewed up diesel like there's no tomorrow until it died. And then she drove a piece of shit Renault around. Don't know what she's got now, and to be honest, I don't give a fuck. But I do know that she still drives, and so does her hippie husband. Both hippies, both hypocrites, driving, and yet berating people for having cars. It's astounding, really. It's astounding. So one day a few years ago they were going off on about how Heathrow's expansion is bad, blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, until you get rid of your cars you can't really say anything. And they couldn't accept what I was saying. They actually thought that I was bad. I'm like, okay, let's put it this way. When's the last time you took a flight? And I knew that they took a flight the previous year. I'm like, did you not feel guilty about taking this flight? But yet, it's okay to berate people for wanting the expansion of Heathrow Airport. But that's not what we're saying. Like, it's like, yes, you are. You're condoning flying when it suits you. But when people want more jobs, more economic prosperity, and it's easy to have that airport and make things a lot cleaner because they can only turn around and Heathrow could turn around and say, right, you're only allowed the cleanest of cleanest planes in there, the most highly efficient ones, which have half the emissions of older planes. And people will still do it because it's the hub of the Atlantic. Nowhere else has hub status because of its location. Even after Brexit, it'll always have its hub status because of its location. And that's the end of the discussion, really. But, you know, that's one of many measures that you could put in to make that expansion of Heathrow a clean place to be. So more efficient jets, and then you can have in law that it has to be encircled by a newly planted forest, which can be done because there's a lot of land around Heathrow on the expansion plans where they would have to buy it up for the exclusion zone. So lots of different ways to help make it a greener venture. But no, anyone that thinks that the expansion is good is a real bad person. They turn me into a bad person again. So not only did I call them out on their air travel the previous year, and they have actually had subsequent air travel since that point, but they still drive their cars around. I'm like, okay, right, you still drive your car, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so how many miles is it from your house to work? About 6 miles. And I say, why can't you ride a bike? But there's no showers there. You work in a hospital, there's hundreds of showers there, you just don't want to use it. Yeah, but the roads are dangerous. I'm sorry, but I know where you live and I know which hospital you work at, and it's all cycle lanes all the way up there. So no, it's not dangerous, you're just a lazy fucking bastard. And they just melt down. Pure hypocrites. If they wanted to save the air, if they were as green as they claim to be, they wouldn't drive their car. They wouldn't go on an airplane. They would actually live by what they say, but they don't, because they just want to look good on Facebook and Twitter, and that's the be all and end all. They have to be seen to look good, so all the people that they don't actually know, so all these fake friends on the virtual realm. And same goes with all the fucking celebrities out there who are also on this green bandwagon. All the hypocrites. Lewis Hamilton, oh, you gotta be green, yet you drive a very polluting car when you're racing. How much diesel, and not even diesel, whatever fuel you're using, how much refining has it gone through? How many processes has it gone through to make it as efficient as it is for your car, which burns off lots of fossil fuel? You work in an industry that's based on guzzling fuel. And he has a private jet, and he lives in Monaco, and he flies everywhere in his private jet. Yes, very green, Lewis Hamilton. And as for Greta Thunberg, whatever the fuck you want to call her, when she goes on these massive virtue signalling trips, she has her team follow her on aeroplanes. Oh wow, okay. So it's okay for your team of handlers, to go on an airplane to tell me how bad I am, and I don't even own a fucking car. I ride my bike or I walk. I always have done. I've never had a driver's license. The time you was on the train, Greta, where you were saying that you're in economy, blah 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 blah, no chair, blah 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 blah, and a photo emerged from the train operator, the fucking train operator, of you in first class with the first class tickets that they gave you. You're a fucking hypocrite. And anyone who says that I'm attacking a child can go fuck off, because she's not a child no more. And even so, even if she still was a child, I will call her out for being a hypocrite, because she is one. The clothes that she wears, all manufactured using slave labour from the third world. Even the makeup that her mother uses, mined by children in the third world, in Africa. All the compounds for it, all mined by children. Hypocrites. And then you got that fat fuck Piers Karen bastard Morgan from Good Morning Britain, when he spent all this time berating the public, you the public, for breaking the rules. Now if you're wondering why there is a change in mic quality and sound quality, well, that's because just before I finished the recording, my battery died on my portable recorder, because I like to go and do my ranting and raving when I'm outside on my long walk. So that is why there's a slight difference, because now I'm recording inside at the computer. But still, fuck those fucking hypocrites, especially if they're a fucking celebrity and they should know fucking better. Until next time, guys, bye for now. If you like this podcast, we have another one called A Tribute to Men That Hate Their Jobs. This is an over-dramatised story channel where the narrator gets into daily mishaps in a job that he hates. The link is in the description. In addition, we also have a YouTube channel called The X Review, where I review and react to music videos. The link is also in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook. Just search for musterxmedia. And until next time, guys, bye for now.